everybody now is obviously, Bitcoin has crashed. We have the convention coming up. It has lost half of its value, roughly half of its value. Where is it right now? About 35,000? Great. And we all know that we've been on this, we've been riding this economic, train here at high speed for well over a decade. I mean, this is one of the biggest bull markets in history for the longest amounts of time. A lot of people said that it speculated it should have ended pre-COVID, but COVID just allowed the government to print money and artificially subsidize everybody's lives. Their new homes, their, cheap interest rates, put money into the economy, stimulus, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually this is all coming to an end. Every financial show now literally introduces every guest like this. You're like, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest says that the entire world economy will be destroyed within 72 hours. Give it up for Peter Schiff. And then Peter Schiff comes out and he's like, literally, and I like Peter Schiff. He's this libertarian who lives in Puerto Rico who gets hard every time the economy's about to tank. Every time there's about to be like a serious dip, Peter Schiff's on every show talking about stagflation. He loves it. We want him on here. Let's get him. Somebody email Peter Schiff. We want him on here. He does not like Bitcoin. He's a big gold guy. He goes, fuck Bitcoin. It'll never be gold. I wanted to bring him to the Bitcoin convention and have him just screaming at the people and have them booing him, being like, fuck you. And he's like, it'll never be gold. And they're like, boo. But that's every financial story right now, is that it's going to end and nobody really knows when it's going to end. That's what keeps people up at night. They go, when is this going to, and how bad is it going to be when it falls apart? I mean, if you get some of these articles up, I mean, literally the YouTube thumbnails are like, I think Peter Schiff has one where it goes, people will lose everything.
I'll just type that in.
Dent, I forget his first name. Yeah, the crash is going to come sooner than you think. A new crisis is coming. I mean, this is a planned economic collapse. Please save yourself. It's going to crash sooner than you think. I mean, he's going to start selling merch soon that just says crash.
The final financial crisis.
Yeah, the final financial crisis. I mean, it's just, please save yourself. Prepare the worst crisis of your lifetime. I mean, his brand is like, because the thing about these guys, and listen, he's going to be right eventually. Like one day it is going to happen, yeah. But until it happens, you got to keep saying it's going to happen. Like there was a great quote where it's like Peter Schiff has predicted 9 out of the last 2 recessions. Like he just doesn't stop. But that's the libertarian, like Austrian economist, gold standard guys. And I get it, but they're always like, it's coming and it's gonna be bad, and when it comes, stock market's gonna go to zero. Like there goes some of these guys, they're literally, it's just like stock market's gonna go to zero. So if you want to learn how to save yourself, sign up for the thing that I am selling. Now you might think to yourself, hey, if the stock market goes to zero and we go back to a barter economy, nothing in your newsletter is really going to help me. You might have that thought. You might have the thought that, like, I don't know, last summer people couldn't work for a while. The cops did some fucked up shit. And there was a month of riots when we still had food and some of us still had money. So you'd imagine at stock market zero with nothing going on, your newsletter isn't really going to make it all okay. You'd imagine it would get pretty bad pretty quickly, It would be like I Am Legend overnight. But if you want to know what happens in that situation, if you want to know how to protect yourself and your assets, sign up for my newsletter. Where are you typing your newsletter from when they stormed the house?